possible. I was asking your emergence as the VC of University of Calabar in 46 years, and that of the victory of Vice President-elect Kamala Harris as the Vice President of the United States of America. What does this emergence and victory mean for Nigerian women and black women generally?
Simply means that Nigerian women and the black women are really coming up and taking their rightful position in the scheme of things. And I know that it's not always very easy for women to get to the top of their career and their profession, but women gradually over the years have always worked their way through, struggled to work their way to the top. And I think that all this, we give kudos to the United Nations that started all about the affirmative action and the encouragement to women to work harder and for women to be saddled with responsibilities of positions of responsibility. And I think for the black women, the Nigerian woman, for instance, is sure that if I work very hard, I'm going to get to the top. And it's an encouragement to the younger generation of women also that they just need to get themselves focused. They need to get to work harder. They need to identify themselves. They need to know who they are. They need to believe in themselves and refuse to be put down by anybody. And once that is done, the women can work themselves to the top. So I think that is a new dawn, and the women are actually happy. And in the next decade, I'm sure women, even in Nigeria, we will be talking about a Nigerian female president, and then I'm sure that by 2023 we'll be seeing Nigerian female governors.
All right, Prof. Let's leave women for a moment and switch gears and talk about academic activities, because I'm sure a lot of students will not forgive me if I don't get to ask you a lot of questions concerning school resumptions, where there have been back and forth between ASU, SANU, and NASU. But a quick one, are public institutions or tertiary institutions ready to reopen tomorrow, Monday, after being shut down for almost 1 year now?
Yes, the federal government has given the directives that from tomorrow institutions should reopen, but it's not going to be a blanket resumption. Institutions, different institutions are having their day. For University of Calabar, for instance, we are not going to reopen until about end of the month. There are a number of things that have to be put in place. Different universities are announcing their resumption dates, and but we know that generally from tomorrow, the gates of the university will be thrown open, but each university will do that based on the things they must have been able to put in place. So for University of Calabar, we are yet to put everything together. We had actually thought that the federal government was going to give universities some special packages, some support to be able to prepare for COVID-19, to be able to protect the staff and the students, because it's not going to be funny bringing in thousands of students into a small area. For instance, the University of Calabar will be bringing in about 30,000 students to that small environment. So we need to put so much in place to be able to throw our gates open. And for the University of Calabar in particular, I just want our students listening there out there to know that we have more challenges, much more than the COVID-19 preparation. During the NSAS, University of Calabar was one of those universities that was very much massively destroyed. A lot of our hostels were destroyed, were vandalized. Right now, all the hostels, male, female, graduate hostels, were all vandalized. And so that's why we're not going to reopen tomorrow, and we are putting things in place.
All right.
You know, for about 10 months or thereabout, schools have been locked, and then the resources are not there. So we are having friends, well-wishers come to our aid, and gradually
Yes, Prof.
and then
yes,
to the end of the month.
just a moment. Yes, just a moment, Prof. Let's see if we can quickly touch on other aspects. How would you respond to this developing story from the House of Representatives insisting that the federal government shouldn't have given schools the go-ahead to even resume? They are proposing that schools should even be suspended, or the reopening of schools should even be postponed for the next 3 months as a result of the surge in the COVID-19 cases.
Yeah, the surge is actually worrisome. It's a concern to even all of us, even the university administrators, the vice chancellors. We are all concerned. The staff are concerned. But you see, the fact is that the federal government had to come up with these dates because with this directive, because our students have been home for almost 10 months, and I think that we cannot continue keeping them home. If we were able to put the right things in place, I think we'll be able to reopen. But principally, you know, that now that we are reopening, even the National Assembly should understand one thing, that I don't think we'll be bringing all our students to campus for a one-on-one one-on-one teaching. We are actually working modalities to see how we will going to engage our students through e-learning. Don't expect that to campus. And for us, tomorrow the Senate of the university will be meeting and will come out with the exact modality. Some of the students will be taught online, and we think that each university should be given support actually to have internet, to have Wi-Fi, to have connectivity for students to stay anywhere and learn. And that's just what different universities are trying to put in place right now, and that's why not all the universities will be reopening tomorrow. So we'll put that in place, and when that is done, we will now have twofold: the one-on-one and then the virtual learning.
All right, Prof. I'm sure that's very impressive. Well, technology and data comes with a lot of challenges. I'm wondering how you would get to fix that and cope with that. But then again, I think just one final question before I let you go. As a professor of special education, just how much damage has possibly been done to the psychology of students who have been away for, I mean 10 months, and how do you intend to fix that when they come back to school? I mean, being away from the classroom for almost 10 months.
Yeah, it is actually very sad, and you can see that the damage that has been done. You can even look at what happened during the NSAS, and you can be sure that most of our students were there. And so I think that first of all, we are working on modalities where we're going to have some seminars for our students, orientation for the students. We are also going to work along the lecturers themselves to also know that these students are coming back after 10 years of staying idle in their homes, and then the lecturers need to actually walk around helping the students to adjust. We will have orientations, and within these orientations we'll be able to take in some of these social psychological problems the students would have had. And you said something that technology comes with a lot of data and a lot of cost, and you know that students coming back now after 10 years, after 10 months at home, many of them are coming in so much deflated, and they are really not even very sure of what is going to happen, especially with what the National Assembly is saying now. And with the search, they're actually not even sure that they are coming back here. They will stay on campus, and then they will have really access to teaching and learning. So for us as a university, we're going to get through orientation and reorientate these students back to getting adjusted to learning.
Professor Florence Obi, that's a good place to anchor our conversation tonight. We hope to speak with you subsequently when you commence your work at the university. Thank you so much for speaking with Galaxy TV tonight.
Thank you very much, Galaxy. Thank you very much. Thanks for bringing.
All right. All right, it's such a delight to speak with Professor Florence Obi, Nigerian author, and as well as a Nigerian academic, professor of special education, the first female VC of the University of Calabar. With that, ladies and gentlemen, that's how we wrap things off on Firecrackers tonight. We'd like to thank you most kindly for being a part of the program tonight. Join us again next week as we keep talking and reflecting on issues of national interest. I am Kelly Egiga. Good evening.